Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 25 days away from its official release by Disney, Lucasfilm, J.J. Abrams, and even creator George Lucas. That is all set and ready to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now today marks the very day in which the marketing of Episode 9 is reaching its peak on Good Morning America. We got an official clip for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which was later officially released on the official Star Wars YouTube channel and the StarWars.com website. Now I wanted to actually go over this brief clip and do a little breakdown of what we actually see. A lot of fans have some questions about what in the world is really going on here and exactly why they are really being chased. Now, in case you guys did not know, this desert world that we do see in this clip for The Rise of Skywalker is actually not Jakku, it's not Tatooine, it's a brand new world called Pasaana. And in the very beginning, you can see a lot of the villagers who live here and the tents that belong to the world of Pasaana. Now, these villagers are actually said to be called the Aki-Aki. That's the actual species name. So in the very beginning of this clip, if you look all the way at the bottom part of the frame, that's what the actual species are called. They are called the Aki-Aki. Very odd, strange name, I will agree, but that's what they're called. We have, of course, the First Order chasing both Finn, Rey, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2 on different speeders, and that's a very interesting, experience here because it almost emulates the sail barge scene in Return of the Jedi. Now, I want to go over a little critique about that I actually do have about this particular clip. The action, from what I can see, looks pretty good. The speeder chase looks pretty solid. The CGI looks pretty solid as well. And the jet troopers, let me say, I like how, the aesthetic of them really look when they're in the sky. The only problem that I do have with this clip, and I really want to just say this out front right now, and I want to know if it's just me, or if you guys will agree or disagree with me on this, I feel that the comedy on this is a little too much and just a little obnoxious toward the end, where C-3PO says, "They fly now." Then Finn says, "They fly now." Then Poe Dameron says, "They fly now." So it was really, it was just a little repetitive of them saying it 3 times. I was almost waiting for Rey to say, "They fly now," 4 times in a row. I just feel like that this type of comedy doesn't really fit Star Wars, and that's just my opinion. It feels more like something that you would see in a Marvel film, which that was one of my critiques about The Last Jedi, is that in The Last Jedi there was a lot of Marvel-esque comedy in there, like Poe Dameron making the phone call to General Hux about his mother. It just made no sense to me. So that's my only problem with this clip, is the comedy at the very end. Other than that, the speeder chase, it looks pretty solid. We have a jet trooper, calling in for backup in the very beginning. You do see the Aki-Aki, walking around there. The desert world of Pasaana, they should have just made it Tatooine or Jakku at this point. There's so many desert worlds in Star Wars. We have Jeddah, we got Tatooine, we got Jakku, we've got now Pasaana. I think that if it's the same exact type of environment, for the most part, they could have just stuck with one planet and just left it at that. Or at least, change up the environment a little bit to make it stand out in a different way. So, in case you guys are wondering why they are being chased, this actually takes place in the first act of Episode 9. This is actually going to be one of their first missions in The Rise of Skywalker, where the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren will eventually show up, and how it does indeed connect to that TV spot that we got just a couple of days ago, where we do have the Knights of Ren gearing up and getting ready to fight against Rey, Kylo Ren, and stuff like that. Now, the thing about this particular clip that aired on Good Morning America, J.J. Abrams actually stated, when he was actually talking to the host, said that this movie is now completely done, apparently, or they just finished, or finishing for the movie. And that's the thing about this film. We are now just 25 days away. It's going to be releasing in Japan early on December 11th, if I'm not mistaken, for the premiere. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it's on December 11th that the premiere will take place over in Japan. So it's kind of funny because they did the same exact thing with The Force Awakens by, introducing a clip. I believe it was also on Good Morning America. That clip was also on a desert world of Jakku, where both Rey and Finn are running away from TIE fighters, and the ship blows up and it cuts to black. So that's the only thing that was a little let down about this clip, is that this clip is basically following literally the same exact way of marketing of The Force Awakens by just having a clip based on a desert world. I feel that it would have been way more exciting if this clip was more, I guess you could say, affiliated with, let's say, for example, the dark side, like Kylo Ren or Palpatine or the Knights of Ren, something around those lines, I think would have really gotten my attention more. But that's just my general, thoughts about what's actually going on in this clip, and some facts about this clip, where we are and why they're being chased, etc., etc. So, with that being said, guys, I would like to hear what each and every one of you have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.